obviously it presents a value because pork prices haven't increased as much as competing proteins. And so you got to tell people what to do with it. So we're experiencing great success, quite frankly, in helping consumers realize the value that pork offers. Chops are always number one. They always have been and always will be. We're still working to establish the difference in chops with consumers. So one end of the pork loin eats differently than the other end of the pork loin. And so educating consumers on potentially swapping out on some of those higher priced middle meat beef cuts, you can have a similar eating experience with some of the pork cuts at a much more affordable value. And so by identifying some of our pork chops as a center cut porterhouse chop might give consumers an easy out and an alternative to a porterhouse steak. But you are seeing a lot more activity with the pork shoulder, and that's quite frankly because of the sheer price. It's a great value. There's tremendous versatility with the shoulder, and people are starting to understand, because they're not terribly competent in the kitchen, that a slow cook recipe for a pork shoulder, either in the oven or on a crock pot, is pretty easy and it tastes pretty darn good. So we're definitely seeing more activity with some of the cheaper cuts, but that's not a bad thing because there's definitely room to grow and promote the entire category by introducing some of those more affordable cuts.